Hi everyone, welcome to Elevate Mindset with another video. Hope you are enjoying. Like and subscribe for more videos. Thank you. The camera opens with a man sitting in his car during a heavy downpour. Rain slides down the window, matching the frustration in his eyes. He's exhausted, not just from the world, but from himself. The weight of doubt presses on his shoulders like an invisible burden. He whispers to himself, "Why isn't this working?" This is the moment everyone faces. The moment when emotions take control, when fears start to sound like logic. You question your worth, your choices, your plan. The dream that once felt possible now feels distant, unreachable. The fire that once fueled you now flickers in the storm of uncertainty. But this is a test. The plan doesn't ask if you feel ready. It doesn't care if you're tired. The plan just needs you to show up, even when you feel nothing, even when you want to give up, because emotion fades, but consistency leaves a mark. Morning comes. The man scrolls through his phone, flooded with images of people who seem happier, richer, more successful. Each swipe chips away at his confidence. The voice in his head whispers, "They're winning, you're not." He starts believing that maybe the plan was a lie, that maybe he's not cut out for this. But comparison is emotional poison. It blinds you to your progress by focusing your eyes on someone else's chapter. Every post, every highlight reel, makes you forget how far you've already come. It tricks you into thinking that success is supposed to feel easy, that if it hurts, it's not meant for you. The truth? Real growth hurts. It stretches your comfort zone until it feels like it's tearing. But that's where the transformation happens, not in comfort, but in conflict. You have to silence the noise, block out the distractions, and remember, your journey doesn't need validation. It needs direction. He sits at his desk, staring at a blank screen. The motivation that once powered him feels gone. He thinks back to the first day, how excited he was, how clear his purpose felt. But now, the spark is gone and is left with the grind, the repetition, the quiet, the loneliness. Motivation is the honeymoon phase of ambition. It feels amazing at first, until it leaves you when things get real. That's why most people quit. They chase the feeling instead of trusting the process. They expect progress to feel good, but progress rarely does. Success doesn't come from feeling inspired. It comes from doing the work long after the excitement dies. Discipline isn't built in comfort. It's forged in boredom. The ones who win aren't those who felt like doing it. They're the ones who did it anyway. The man drives through the city at night. Lights blur past his window, his thoughts racing faster than his car. Every emotion battles for control. Fear, doubt, anger, regret. He grips the steering wheel tighter. His emotions tell him to stop, to quit, to turn around. That's the trap, the illusion that emotions are facts. They scream the loudest when you're closest to the breakthrough. They convince you that temporary discomfort means permanent failure. But emotions are waves. They rise, crash, and pass. The mistake is letting them steer the ship. When you act on emotion, you destroy progress. When you trust a plan, you outlast chaos. The most dangerous moments in life aren't when things go wrong. They are when your emotions try to rewrite your path. Don't let them. Stay the course. Days blur together. The man works in silence, unseen, uncelebrated. No one notices his effort. No one sees his sacrifice. He starts to wonder, what's the point? His energy fades, his faith weakens. He feels invisible. But this is where transformation begins, in the quiet, lonely spaces where no one is watching. The world claps for the results, not the process. Yet the process is where greatness is born. Every great story has a breaking point. Every strong person has faced moments where quitting felt easier. You don't grow when it's easy. You grow when you keep showing up despite the pain. The plan doesn't need proof right now. It just needs your persistence. Because the day you think it's over is usually the day before it starts to wake. He stands in front of a mirror. His reflection looks tired, but something in his eyes changes, a flicker of defiance. He realizes something powerful. The emotions that once controlled him are the same ones that made him stronger. He doesn't need to feel good to do good. Emotional mastery isn't about killing feelings. It's about understanding them, seeing them for what they are. Fear means you're close to growth. Doubt means you care. Exhaustion means you're working. Every emotion carries a message, but none of them should be the driver. The man takes a deep breath and whispers, "I'm not done." That's the shift. Not an emotional one, but a mental one. The plan hasn't changed. He has. Cut to montage. Early mornings, late nights, sweat dripping, notebooks filling, plans executed. The man no longer waits for the perfect mood. He just does the work. No excuses, no hesitation. Discipline is the weapon that kills emotion-based decisions. It's quiet, it's repetitive, it's unglamorous, but it builds empires. Every routine, every small choice adds up. The plan starts to move forward again, slow but steady. And that's when life rewards him. Not with praise, but with progress. The small wins stack, the results compound. What once felt impossible now feels inevitable. The man doesn't celebrate, he just smiles. Because he finally understands, discipline feels better than dopamine. He walks outside during sunrise. The world looks different, but it's not. He is. The same challenges exist, but now they don't shake him. He's learned that strength isn't built in victories, it's built in endurance. People ask, "How do you stay consistent?" He answers, "I stopped letting my emotions make my decisions." Because the truth is, peace doesn't come from getting what you want. It comes from becoming who you need to be to handle what you want. Your emotions once built chaos. Now your discipline builds peace. The plan was never about speed. It was about sustainability. The man walks into the day with calm confidence. No rush. No panic. Just purpose. The camera pans to the man achieving what he once thought impossible. Launching his project, performing, creating, leading. The applause is loud, but his smile is quiet. Because now, he knows that the win isn't in the result. It's in who he became to earn it. He realizes that trusting the plan was never about blind faith. It was about faith in himself. The emotions that once sabotaged him are now under his control. He no longer rides their waves. He commands the ocean. The journey didn't make him colder. It made him calmer. It taught him that the strongest people are not the ones who feel nothing, but the ones who keep going despite what they feel. He stands at the edge of a cliff, overlooking the sunrise. The wind hits his face. The light reflects off his eyes. His voice is calm, deep, and certain. He says, "Your emotions are liars. They'll tell you to stop when you're close to breaking through. They'll tell you to doubt yourself when you're doing the right thing. Don't let them decide your destiny. Trust your plan." The screen fades to black. Bold white text appears. Trust the plan, not your emotions. Feelings fade. Discipline lasts. Music fades out slowly. The sound of the wind remains.